All right. The real final push. My guess is it's going to be somewhere over there. Because I pretty much... I probably did exactly what they were expecting you to do, which is to accidentally do everything in a sort of backwards order. But regardless of whether or not they intended you to do it that way, that's what happened. Because I don't remember exactly where I should be using these keys. Okay, we're back. It had the receiver turned off, and because that was turned off, even though I saw where the door is supposed to be, it wouldn't appear. But once I turned it on, it told me exactly where it is. That's kind of stupid. Alright, so got rid of that guy. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. I think that's really... I mean, I saw where it was. There's no reason that it shouldn't have appeared. Now you just have to be careful. What did I just say? This ridiculous fall damage. Like a ridiculously large amount of fall damage. That was barely a huge fall. And he's dead. You get 2 life bars of energy. Let's see something here. Ugh. So he'll at least be alive and have his health restored when we get back in the car. Yeah, that's kind of stupid that the door wouldn't appear even though I knew where it was. Because I didn't have the receiver on. Oh, wait. Go! Whoops! Alright. Well, at least he's taking care of some of them for me. Nah, I don't need those power-ups. I can use those, though. I'll take them. Wait for that one. You can clear two gaps at a time, but not 3. Ah. It was quicker. Okay, we're gonna unload on it. I can probably just use that acceleration thing, but... Uh-huh. Okay. I think this is the final top-down dungeon area. I think. Ugh, and I'm starving. I probably should have eaten something before doing this. To be fair, I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Oh, oh. Okay, I don't need any of those. So we're not exactly looking at challenging here as far as all this stuff is concerned. Seems simple enough, right? You ever get the feeling you're making a mistake, though? Oh boy. Mutants have hijacked Sophia. Don't come any closer. No way to stop the core now. Please, Jason, destroy Sophia and me. So please destroy us. That's pretty cool. Alright, seems pretty obvious. I can't do any damage here. Go! Sure, we'll save on the way out. Ah! Well, let me run. Oh! No! Move! It's coming! Ow. Ow. Go! Oh, crap. I knew it was about to happen next. Okay. Mimicking the opening scene. Alright, let's see if I can remember this. Probably should have practiced. It has a pattern to the weapons that it uses. And it's Drops those shields. There we go. Ugh. Come on, drop the shields. I need some, Uh-oh. There we go. Eve, are you alright? She seems to be unconscious, but otherwise unharmed. Able to tear off the appendages that were holding Eve captive and lift her out of the cockpit. Now we gotta hurry back. All that's left now is to destroy the core. Here we go! Give it the business! Get 2 health. You should probably pull away before that thing explodes. I found the core flipped on Sophia's self-destruct switch. They love the word switch. Fought desperately, there was nothing I could do. Nothing to stop her from taking over everything. I made a choice to protect you and this planet, but in the end, I couldn't do anything. My senses were completely dim. You don't need me to read all of this. I'll leave it for you to read, but... She thinks he's a hallucination. Woohoo! And that is Blaster Master 0. All thanks to Zero and Fred. It's a little bit of a bummer that our original car was destroyed. You know, a little sentimental. To our precious daughter, please use this machine to protect them. Yeah, they added a lot of extra, you know, all that stuff about the other planet and everything. It just feels a bit tacked on. Oh, and that is Blaster Master 0. What an awesome game. For 10 bucks, I mean, you really can't beat it. You know, it's definitely fun the first time. It's fun to go through the second time when you've got Sophia all powered up. They added some DLC where they showed where they have like I think it's Mighty Gunvolt is a character, and I think there's another character they added, and that was all free. This game is just it's one of those things where it's a decent game. If it was 30 or 40 bucks, it might be overpriced, but at 10 bucks, it really is just the perfect price. And you know, for all you know, at some point they're going to put it on sale. You know, I can only imagine getting this game at 5 bucks. And of course, the Switch with its portability means you can take this awesome game, so, you know, everywhere you go. But yeah, thank you to everybody for joining me for all of these parts. This is probably a little longer. I think this is probably the longest Let's Play, even though there isn't, you know, it's not really an intensive game. I think overall the game can be normally done in about 5 hours or so, you know, of gameplay time. So if you play it straight through, it can be done obviously a lot easier if you know exactly where to go and what to do. But still just an awesome game. A game that I'll be sitting around and I'll think, you know, what do I want to play? You know, sometimes you want to play something new that's going to challenge you. Sometimes you want to play something that you're familiar with. I have a feeling this is going to be a game that I get very, very familiar with. You know, if you watch my Zelda playthrough, that playthrough went off without a hitch. You know, that's a game that I've played so many times that there's really no issue. When I go back and play it again, I pretty much remember exactly what it is that I'm going to do. Which maybe I'll get back to that game as for the second quest, because the second quest, I've beaten it, but I'm not too familiar with it, especially after all these years. You know, as for what's next, I'm not really sure. I seem to have developed a small pattern of a game and then a Zelda game, and then another game and then a Zelda game. So technically my next game should be Link to the Past, but we'll see. I don't know if that's something that I absolutely want to do right now. I may do it, just sort of not even continuity, but just, you know, it's a great game. It's another game that I'm very, very familiar with. You know, I do things a little bit differently than what the game tells you to do. I tackle some things a little bit in a different order, you know, but maybe that's something that I will do. I mean, I'm definitely gonna do it because I love that game. With the recent news of Metroid, I may start playing through some Metroid games. If I do the first game, I'll probably just do Zero Mission, since that's a replaying of the first game. Yeah, the original NES game has its issues. You know, I may want to stay away from sci-fi right now, just, you know, the space theme, just because we just played this. So, you know, try and switch it up a little. That's why maybe Zelda will probably end up being the next thing. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank the creators of this game, everybody whose name has been scrolling for the past couple of minutes. Inti Creates. I would put the remaking of any classic game in their hands. Just what a masterpiece! What a great tribute to the original game. You know, because there's nothing more insulting to an original game than someone who thinks they can do a remake and just butchers it. You know, obviously it doesn't change the fact that the original game exists, but it just kind of feels like an insult to the memory of the original game, as goofy as that sounds. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you join me for the next playthrough of whatever that may be. Take care and have a great night.